Hello, my name is Brian Oliver, and I'm interviewing for the job of field agent for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. I strongly believe as a global world we are at a point where our power demand is far outweighed by our ability to produce power. Evidence of this can be seen not just in the United States, but all over the world. The main question is, how do we solve this problem? Is it put all our resources in windmills and solar power plants? Is it a refire all coal power plants and gas power plants, or should it go full nuclear? I think the real answer is somewhere in the middle of all this. We need windmills and solar power plants, where they do work best. We need gas power plants. There's high fluctuation in power demand. These plants are often called peak demand plants or HRSGs, heat recovery steam generators. We need coal in areas where we need high power. We also need the ability to store large amounts of fuel on site. We also need nuclear in a big way. I strongly believe the power source we as a country need behind is the one that does not pollute the air, to put out a very high demand of power, rain, shine, wind, hot, cold, or even in the dark. This is where the energy comes in. The thing with all power sources is there needs to be standards and accountability in order for the public to trust it. The only way we can achieve this is through regulation and oversight. What sets me apart from other candidates is the fact that I am currently the Chief Boiler Inspector for the state of New Hampshire. My duties do include inspecting and overseeing a program the state has that all power plants must follow to be allowed to operate. In my jurisdiction is a Seabrook Nuclear Power Plant, where I work closely with engineers, repair crews, in-house inspectors, and third-party authorized and service inspectors. On top of this, I have qualified through ASME, or American Society for Mechanical Engineers, my A, my I, my R, my N, my IS, and my NS endorsements. These endorsements are non-nuclear, in-service inspector, repair inspector, nuclear inspector, in-service nuclear inspector, and a nuclear inspector supervisor. Before I was chief, I worked for a private company completing inspections at power plants, ensuring that they met the standards of ASME for construction, operation, and repair. I spent 3 years at Westinghouse, where the AP1000 nuclear power plants are built. As their in-house ASME and NBIC inspector, they completed 2 nuclear surveys with passing grades, allowing Westinghouse to complete building nuclear power plants. I have achieved my associates in applied science, a bachelor's in nuclear engineering technology, a bachelor's in finance, and a master's in public administration. With these degrees, I believe I have the skill set needed to be an impactful field agent, monitoring nuclear power plants around the country. As a graduate of Excelsior College, I have gained the ability to plan out my work in a way that I consistently achieve work needed while balancing the rest of my life. Completing school for upwards of 5 hours a night, on top of a full-time job and a family, is a little overwhelming at times, but Excelsior College has taught me the skills to prioritize and plan my week accordingly. Working in nuclear field is much like this experience. There's a lot of work to be done in a limited amount of time. Often you must ensure your plan will allow you to complete all your work while not sacrificing quality. I believe the nuclear power industry is about to make a major return. From my knowledge of how long it takes to build plants and bring them online, it's not out of the question that we can build approximately 2 to 3 power plants every 4 to 6 years. I strongly believe in 100 years we will almost all be nuclear. The plants will be so advanced and so small that every town will have one to power itself. As you know, our new Energy Secretary, Jennifer M. Granholm, has proposed a major investment in clean energy products. The first one on our list is $8 billion increase in funding in 2021 alone, allowing for development of advanced nuclear energy. A $7.4 billion increase in the national laboratory networks, where many of our nuclear advancements begin. In her address, she had a special earmark for strengthening the nation's net nuclear security. This alone tells me she's on board with nuclear energy, and she knows we need to invest in more plants and increase the NRC's, DOE's, and NNSA funding. As you see from my knowledge, experience, and education, I'm the perfect candidate for the field agent for the NRC. Thank you for listening to this, especially Brian Oliver.